is if in the last 2 weeks you've lost, a pound every other day. So you've lost a total of about 8 pounds in the last 2 weeks or 7 pounds, and you're no longer losing that weight. We're now in week like 4 and it kind of stopped. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a high carb day, maybe 1 or 2 days of that, where we're gonna raise your carbs really high. I mean, you're gonna be super happy, but what we're gonna do is lower your fat and raise your carbs. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna spike that fat burning hormone, and it's going to drop you to a new low weight within the next 3 or 4 days after that high carb day. This is something you can totally do on your own, and I typically recommend as follows. So if you have a higher body fat percent, like you're pretty heavy, you have a lot of fat around the midsection, 20 to 30% body fat, do a high carb day every 10 to 14 days if needed, if you're not losing weight, only if it's needed. Then if you are like 10 to 20%, do a high carb day maybe every 7 to 10 days. And if you're under 10% ever, you want to do that high carb day every 3 or 4 days. It's because you're just burning that many carbs as you get leaner. So that's going to be how you reduce your weight, how you keep it off, and keep it off forever. After you're done dieting with me, we're going to send you into a maintenance phase where you slowly add calories back in. And the goal is to improve your metabolism. So you find your new weight. After you go into a weight loss diet, you slowly introduce calories back in. And this is where so many people go wrong, is they lose a ton of weight because they went on low calories and they just added all the calories back in as they were eating before their weight loss. And so what ends up happening to those people, many of us have been in those shoes, is you lose a lot of weight because you brought your calories way down, and after you hit your goal weight, you just started eating, we call it normal. You started eating like normal again, like you were before. But since your metabolism is set to this new weight and you're going to gain all this weight back, what ends up happening is you gain all the weight back and your metabolism is still set down here at a low metabolic rate because you slowly lowered it over time. So since you slowly lowered it over time, it's set down here, the weight comes back, and now you're going to be carrying around your old weight with a slower metabolism. And this is why you need a clear plan of action. You never want to return to your old weight with a slow metabolism, because what ends up happening is in order to lose weight again, you're going to have to get those calories even lower, and you might not lose that weight again. This happens to a ton of people. If you ever have time, Google, what happened to Oprah Winfrey's weight. She worked with one weight loss coach who helped her lose, her first 25 pounds. And this is dating back to the 80s. So Oprah Winfrey lost 25 pounds, worked with a personal trainer, let go of the trainer, gained it all back quickly. Then she hired a trainer to live with her. So what happened is her metabolism was set to that first weight loss. So she had to go even lower than that to lose that first 25 pounds to re-lose it. When she hit her goal again, she fired that trainer, gained it back. Now she hired a trainer again and couldn't lose weight because her metabolism was so low and her weight kept going up and up, and she never reverse dieted back up. So she has a super slow metabolism, gaining weight. So now she went to the measure of hiring a personal trainer to live in her home and a chef to live in her home who's also a registered dietitian. So now, in order just to be healthy, because of yo-yo dieting so many times and nobody actually presenting science to her, she is dealing with a super slow metabolism, gained a ton of weight, and there's not a lot they can do now at this point of 30 or 40 years of dieting back and forth. So the best approach to take is going to be slowly lose weight, and then once you're bottomed out 20 or 30 pounds possibly, and you're not losing any more weight, slowly add calories back in, restore your metabolism slowly, and then what we're going to do is lose that weight. The goal is going to be to lose, X amount of weight and only gain 10 or 15% back while we bring your calories way, way up. I've worked with people in the past who came to me and they lost weight. They were eating 2,000 calories and they lost a ton of weight, and we reversed them all the way to 4,000 a day, which is great. You get to eat all the food. And this is people who are getting into late 20s, early 30s, 40s, all over the radar, that are losing weight and keeping it off, and then they get to return back to their normal intake and keep it off. And that's the whole goal, is sustainability, how you're going to sustain that, and how I'm going to help you do that.